Hello there. My name is Aenir, also known as Griff Oberwald of the Chicago Butchers.
And I'm Cal. Give us a farewell about Nola.
Buford will not be joining us today. Unfortunately, he could not make it.
Big sad.
Yeah, I know, right? So we're gonna open up with a one-on-one battle between me and Cal. We'll see where it goes from there. If we end up needing to do more or get bored of this, I'm thinking maybe HOTS. You'll probably hear us discuss that.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Change to
versus
pink and I was magenta. Alright, I'll be blue.
No, you stick with magenta. That was the whole point of the change. No, it went to
Terrible.
random.
I guess it's not that hard to know the difference between
I think I got
Zerg
magenta.
and Terran.
Not enough minerals.
You know what? Let's see if this works.
What?
Darn, Black Sheep Ball doesn't work.
Of course not. Holy crap, this is so slow.
Do you want me to host it?
No, I think it's just
Did you lag when I hosted it before?
No, it's not that it's lagging, it's
I
that
win.
the game speed is slow. Let me do this again.
You all saw it. I won the battle. He left.
Right. Alright, it's the same thing. Try this again. Your signature is still Chris Oros.
Yeah, I need to get on that. I was given a really nice one, and I'm just lazy about it.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Hopefully this is good.
That seems a little more fluid.
Yeah, that's better. Alright. So, first question. I don't know how to say this. Looks like Liaison. Asks what our favorite game has been so far. Blasoon?
Perhaps.
I don't know. It's the color on the site is making it difficult to read.
Well, that's why I posted
That's
it in the
why.
Discord chat so you can see
Oh,
it a
yeah?
little bit clearer.
There we go. Let's go with that. Blasoon. Yeah, Blasoon. You got it. Alright.
Was that Flight of the Valkyries I heard in the background?
Nope. Madeline is watching.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
You ever watch that show?
I've seen an episode here or there.
Pretty good. Alright, what's been your favorite game so far? What have you played? You played Starcraft, Overcooked, and Here's the Storm?
It's PUBG.
And PUBG. But we didn't play that on a podcast though, did we?
We didn't. It was practice, and that still may be in the in the to-play plan.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm just not quite sure off the top of my head, like, specifically if we should do it, because that is a very slow-paced game, which makes it good for talking, but then it's punctuated by moments of, oh my god, and then...
Not enough
minerals. We'll be talking and then suddenly get...
And then stop midway through because all of a sudden crap goes down.
I think that's fine, though. I think we should do that at some point. Although, I don't know, I'm just so terrible at it. I was playing it before this one. Just in case we were gonna do it, and
I gotta say,
I got one kill.
Yeah, I mean, when we played before, it was not good.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Tough.
So, overall, I think my favorite game this season has been us.
Job's finished.
It's been what?
Has probably been related to one of Chicago's wins, if that's what they mean.
Oh, you're talking about that. I thought they were talking about
I was gonna say I
video
wasn't
games.
quite sure. Video game wise, I think Overcooked is the most fun.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, I think so too. It's like, I don't know, Overcooked or HOTS. Just, I don't know. I've been getting frustrated with HOTS though. So.
Very similar for me. We have one good game and then follow up with like crap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Job finished. Orders, Captain.
I haven't really been watching the games. I don't really watch games on the stream. So,
Yeah, I don't either. Like, I caught the ending of the one we just lost. I was like, we had a good drive to you know, tie it up, and then there's like 2 minutes left. So I was like, okay, so we're gonna lose. That's just how it goes.
we did beat a team that I really wanted to this season, I think. Wasn't it just yeah, Yellowknife. That's who it was. We beat Yellowknife, so
Well, that's always a positive.
feel pretty good about that.
Not enough
I
minerals.
didn't watch it, but I guess I'll go with that.
Yeah. Like I said before, when your numbers go up, means you're having fun.
Yeah, exactly. Watch those pancake numbers go up. That's what it's all about.
Job's finished. You want a piece of me, boy? Yes, sir.
Yeah, so for me, I don't really watch many, so it's a little rough.
If we make it to the finals, I'll probably watch the Ultimates.
Oh, I don't even watch that anymore. It's
Really? Oh my gosh.
like I've mentioned before, I've been spoiled by past leagues where you actually got to see players do stuff because there's
Not
Madden.
enough minerals.
Yeah.
Right away, sir.
So just seeing the dots just doesn't do it for me.
Understandable. Yeah, honestly, I think that's
Roger that.
the league's like biggest issue. There's so much going
It's
on
visually
around it.
boring.
Yeah, it's all built around the most boring thing to watch ever.
Could be worse. I mean,
Could
just be text based, which I want to say one hockey when I was in at one point in time was just text. And that was rough.
yeah. That is what it was before for SHL, but FHM is
Actually, no, I think it was SHL. Yeah, that was a long time
FHM
ago.
has added a whole new dynamic that I think has made it really cool. So
Give me something to shoot. Rock and roll.
a little bit better now.
You can always tell.
Upgrade complete.
DK.
Reporting for duty.
CK Royal, do you swear your allegiance to Dirtcat and his infinite wisdom for all eternity? Nope.
Yes.
Wow.
How dare you?
How dare I?
Besmirch the good name of Derpcat. Have you seen Derpcat?
Oh yeah, I've seen Dirtcat. So for those of you who don't know, Dirtcat, I think it's a mural that got painted in Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, I don't know
Oh,
about that. I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure.
Have you seen?
Yeah, no, I know.
The logo.
Yeah, so it's a
Forces are under
logo
attack.
making fun of the Detroit Tigers baseball team, right?
No,
Yeah,
that's not the Derpcat we're referring
Tigers,
to. I'm gonna link it in the
Derpcat.
Discord.
You want a piece of
Go
me,
ahead and
boy?
link it.
I'm getting it.
You can probably show it on stream too, so other people can see it. Yeah, that's a tiger
Job's
from
finished.
the Detroit Tigers.
That's Derpcat.
That's Derpcat. It's not from the Detroit Tigers, but it's
Affirmative.
born of the Detroit Tigers. I guess.
Something.
Yeah, so it was a mural on the street nearby Tiger Stadium. I guess it's like,
Or cut it out. I love you.
is that
Stop.
Comerica Park?
Upgrade complete.
I have no idea.
Let's see. Comerica Park.
Job's finished.
Yeah, that's where the Tigers
Orders,
play.
Captain.
Yeah, nearby a restaurant. And then the San Jose SaberCats took it and made it their own.
Yeah, and it's
All
awesome.
hail Derpcat.
And have you also seen what else I mentioned last night? It's like Derp Bird,
Dirtbird.
the deli bird I showed you.
Oh man, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
It was last night.
Yeah, I know. You know what, man? The days are
Base is under attack.
stretched, phasing together.
Did someone pay?
Get back here! No, come over here.
On my
Nope.
way. Right away.
I want to go over there.
Naturally. Slamming.
Job's finished.
Let's burn. Naturally. Let's burn.
Oh,
Slamming.
Come here, you.
Naturally. Yes. Yes.
Your forces are under attack.
Outstanding.
Oh no, get out.
Standing by.
Yes. You got it. Let's burn. You got
Get
it.
back here, you.
Reporting for duty.
Base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Orders, Captain. Can I read you? Yes, sir.
He's gonna run around, do one thing at a time.
Can I read you? Orders, Captain.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I did for a little bit. It's fine.
You got my attention.
Just messing.
You got my attention.
Upgrade complete.
Orders, Captain.
So
Job's
ridiculous.
finished. Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
This,
I can't build there.
some of that.
Orders, Captain.
This.
Prepped and ready.
You got my attention.
You're probably so far ahead because I was busy microwing trying to catch those guys.
That was insane.
Okay, let me go back. Okay, so Delibird.
Oh yeah, I gotta go find that Delibird.
That's Delibird. It's from something. Someone took the Pokemon Red ROM and then put up to Gen 6 Pokemon in it, so it's silly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said it last
You
night.
want a piece of me, boy?
But my loyalty's still to Derpcat because why not?
Better be.
State the nature of your medical
Reporting for duty.
emergency.
Job's finished.
Fire.
Uh,
Checked up and good to
but
go.
no, I moved to NOLA, so like clearly it's not.
Naturally.
Give me something to shoot.
It's okay. These things happen. You move
Yeah.
on.
Can I read you?
Derpcat is sad to hear that.
Dirtcat can go cry about it.
Need a light.
Sloth, what's the most mad you've gotten overcooked out about NSFL? Alright,
Turn
well,
up the heat.
Commander,
I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, and then
give me something to shoot.
I stopped playing as much because I decided it's just not worth caring so much about a game like that.
Right away.
No,
I
I
don't
get
have the
it.
time.
State the nature of your
So,
medical
like,
emergency.
Can I read you?
In
Job's finished.
Overcooked, if I'm getting upset about it, I kind of just stop playing, or like stop caring, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Because
I
like
get
there's
it.
just no reason. So, I don't know.
Need
Maybe I would have
medical
had a funny answer if you had asked me a couple years ago, but as of now, I don't really get that upset Overcooked anymore. I just kind of stop
Yeah.
caring.
I want to say you
Did
played.
someone
Reporting
page
for
me?
duty.
You joined us when we played it before, right?
Yeah, we beat the whole game.
Yeah, I was say I remember that being
Add-on complete.
ridiculous at times. Just the shenanigans, for lack of a better
Yeah.
term.
I'm also not very good at it, so
Well, towards the end we actually got pretty solid at it.
Can I read you? Job's
You want a
finished.
piece of me, boy?
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
I remember being more impressed with
Not enough minerals.
like some of the later levels in that you had to like really work it.
You want a piece of me, boy?
yeah, they got really complex.
Oh, no kidding.
Job's finished. SCP good to go, sir. Can I read you?
Here we
Not
go.
enough minerals.
Affirmative. Roger that.
You want a piece of me,
Oh,
boy?
boy. You are gonna love this.
What?
SCP good to go, sir.
What am I gonna love?
Orders,
I
Captain.
I think
Orders received.
I'm in a pretty good spot.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
You
Affirmative.
want a piece of me,
Not
boy?
enough
You put me
minerals.
behind the 8 ball, and I'm not liking it.
Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
I mean, I also have no
Can I
idea
read you?
where you're at right now. So.
I'm the same place where I was before.
Serious?
It's the map.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Well, no, I meant like how far along you are. Wow, are you serious, dude?
Reporting for duty.
What?
Okay, nothing.
Standing by.
Can I go through there with these? No, I can't. Alright, that's fine.
Not enough minerals.
Reporting for duty. Job's finished. Job's finished. Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals.
Okay.
SCV good to go,
Yeah,
sir.
that was at Overcooked. What about you?
Job finished.
Angus, I think was probably towards the first time we played.
Reporting for duty.
Not the time we started going and beating the game, but the time we were playing and just went,
Like, we
I
just
think it was that
had no idea how to work together.
Research complete.
the first balloon level where the balloon crashes.
Oh yeah.
That one was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, you start out doing one dish and then you have to
Like switch
do
midway
two
through.
different ones. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah, that one was a
Reporting for
rough
duty.
one for sure.
Okay.
Reporting for duty. Job finished. Yes, sir. Orders, Captain.
Ready to roll out. Identify target. All right, bring it on.
Job finished.
Nidus canals, eh?
Yeah. Oh,
Destination?
fudge.
Absolutely.
Oh no, you're doing this, aren't you? Oh no.
Doing what?
Oh my gosh, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your forces are under attack.
Aha! So that's what's happening. Okay.
Gotta deal with this crap.
Upgrade complete.
Job reporting for duty.
Upgrade complete.
Commander, outstanding.
Yes, sir. Destination?
Orders, Captain.
Orders, sir.
Standing by. Go, go, go.
Did someone page me? Where does it hurt?
Aha. Mass mutalisks and hydralisks, huh?
You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay. Okay. Gonna be
A
sneaky like
lot's
that.
happening.
Okay, let's get back on the questions. I'm getting distracted.
Yeah.
Mass I've gotten over because probably the first time the level switched and we had no idea what was going on. That was a rough one. Mass I got in the NSFL. Probably my first couple seasons when I was on the Yellowknife, when I was starting quarterback for the Yellowknife. And we were losing and missing out on playoffs on tie breaks.
Add-on complete.
State the nature of your medical
That,
emergency.
that was a rough
Right
one.
away.
Back in that seasons like 1 through 3.
For me, it's pretty much any time that Orange County wins. Like, I'm just so tired of them winning for so long.
Who?
I wasn't even around Orange County. I wasn't even around for the beginning either. But it's
Oh
just
yeah,
so
you
frustrating.
you don't know what pain is until
State
you
the nature
look
of
at
your
the old
medical
Arizona
emergency.
Something to shoot.
ridiculousness.
Need medical
Oh,
attention?
I want Arizona to be bad forever.
Yeah, so does everyone not in Arizona.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh God!
Add-on complete.
Oh no.
Identify target. Absolutely.
Go!
Move it.
State the nature of your medical emergency. I'm on the job.
Okay, so I mean, you know, dirty, but
Reporting for duty.
okay, okay.
Reporting for duty.
Let me tell you
I read you.
something that they say
Valkyrie prepared.
in my homeland. Sometimes it be like that.
You don't think it'd be like that, but it do.
It do.
Research
Oh, you're gonna make
complete.
Guardians?
I am eager to help.
Oh, good thing I can use these guys to
It's
bully you.
showtime.
No. No! Fuck.
Jawohl.
Where? Did you kill all of my,
Valkyrie prepared.
Oh.
Jawohl. I am eager
Everything's
to
fine.
help. Did something destroyed?
Job
It's
finished.
showtime. Partout.
Jawohl. Perfect.
See, I learned a little bit of a lesson from last time I played with Muford. Not much of one, but a little bit of one.
Research complete.
Read the waiting launch orders.
Oh man, this is gonna be tough.
It's gonna be yeah. You have the advantage. You have
Yeah.
more map. You have more map presence and
Yeah.
probably more resources than I do.
Orders,
So.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Add-on complete.
Orders received.
Standing by.
Yeah, but let's see what we can do here.
So many stinking workers.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, it's great.
No, it's not.
It's awesome.
Job
Read
finished.
the waiting launch orders.
Okay, so that's as far as I can go.
Go ahead, Commander. Roger. Vector locked in. Go ahead, Commander.
Alright. I'm building a lot of air units.
Reporting
Well, you got the workers. What the hell am I
Coordinates
supposed to do?
received. Attack formation.
Oh, not my
Roger.
problem. Okay.
Vector locked in.
Why do I suck at Overcooked? Is what Wombat asks.
Exterminator.
Because nobody's really good at Overcooked.
Reporting
Yeah,
for duty.
you just get. You don't get good. You get less bad.
Yeah.
Orders received.
That's
State
just
the
how it
nature of
works.
your
I don't make the
Base is
rules.
under attack.
Don't keep me waiting. It's showtime. Of course, my dear.
Your forces are under attack.
I'm eager to help.
Oh no, what the? Oh, okay.
Need something destroyed? I'm eager to help.
Get those guys out of here.
They're so slow though.
Roger that.
Don't keep me waiting. Need something destroyed?
That's fine.
Of course, my dear. Achtung!
Upgrade complete.
Here we go.
I'm eager to help.
Bye bye.
Jawohl. Of course,
Yes,
my
sir.
dear. Need something destroyed? Perfect.
Where does it hurt?
Oh no, my gas. Okay, yeah, no, I feel like Overcooked, like, the
Achtung!
early levels obviously are easy, right? But like, after a while, they get to
It
be
gets ridiculous.
so hard that I feel like all you can really do is like try to hang on.
Orders, Captain.
You're never gonna like
I'm
actually
eager
just
to help.
Exactly.
destroy a level.
Yes, sir. I can't build there.
I'm here.
Yeah, there's only so much you can
Upgrade
do with
complete.
it.
I sacrifice my Zerglings to
Did someone
hope
page
so.
me?
Call the shot.
not kill.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Job's finished.
What else can I even make? Oh.
Insufficient Vespine
State
gas.
the nature of your medical emergency.
Reporting for duty.
Research complete.
Commander.
Need medical attention?
East of Starcross asks,
Did
everyone
someone
knows
page
expansion
me?
is coming.
I read you.
What are your thoughts
Right away,
heading into
sir.
14 teams?
Don't keep me waiting.
We've got to up the DSFL teams. Okay, you don't have to have a direct affiliation. I really think not having at least a comparable amount is
Jawohl.
not
Job's
good.
finished.
Perfect.
Do you think there should be an equal number of DSFL?
DSFL to
Complete.
DSFL to regular, yes.
Jawohl.
Or at least closer.
Research complete.
It's showtime. Of course,
Orders,
my dear.
Captain.
I am
Why do you
eager
think
to
that?
help.
Goliath online.
Achtung!
Namely, it's a matter of you're gonna get to a
State the
bottleneck
nature
where
of
it's
your
not gonna
medical
work. The numbers
emergency.
won't
Comlink
hold.
online.
You know what I mean?
Confirmed.
Not entirely.
Okay.
Research complete.
Like, I understand the concept of a bottleneck, but
Yes,
I
there's a certain point in which. Okay, yes, you can.
Go ahead,
Everyone's like, oh,
Cal.
more starting positions in the league. And that's
Netcom
good.
locked.
But at a certain point, when it's not when the numbers aren't adding up, you're going to be having rookie starting in the NSFL, and as we both know, that doesn't end well because the players just get the crap kicked out of them. And what fun is that?
Perfect.
I think that
Affirmative.
I'm here. I'm gone. Finally.
hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, my mic died. So I think that this is an issue in like every league. And like it's really bad here. I think the thing that needs to happen is that you need
Insufficient
to
Vespine
Ghost
gas.
reporting.
Never
know what hit 'em.
something. Okay, I think
I'm
you need to raise the salary cap and then
know what
Okay.
hit 'em.
raise salary minimums. It's like right now, I don't know
I'm
what
all over it.
TPE numbers are
I
at, but
hear
like
I'm
for
gone.
like salary levels, but like why would a 500 TPE player cost the same as like a 1000, right? Or like even if they don't cost the same,
Okay.
why is there so little separation between them? Because
I'm
like
here.
that's what's really gonna help parity. Like if you have
true.
you should have to
Nuclear
choose
missile ready.
between like
I'm gone.
your rookie that is like up and coming.
Nuclear launch
Oh,
detected.
fuck.
Ghost
Rude.
reporting.
Those lurkers better move.
What lurkers?
The guys on the ground over there.
I'm all over it.
Oh, buddy. That was a waste. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm gone.
not all of them are gonna win. Be
Yeah.
winners, I mean.
Clearly.
Never know what
So
hit
like,
'em. Finally.
oh, okay, sure.
Never
Overlords, that's
know
what
what
that
hit 'em.
is. Okay.
Calling online.
Just wasting.
Unlocked.
What are they called?
Upgrade complete.
I'm
Okay,
here. I hear that.
Where does it hurt?
yeah, so like you should have to choose between your superstar wide receiver or like a decent
Nuclear
third
missile
receiver,
ready.
because at this point I feel like the salary cap doesn't actually enforce parity. I think it just enforces like
Finally.
maximums on how much money
I
you
hear
can make
that.
each season and forces people to write media, which is fine.
I'm
Like
all
that's
over it.
a good way to deal with stuff and get people to write media.
Oh
But
no.
Nuclear
Yep,
launch
bye-bye.
detected.
I thought I might have been out of the way.
another launch.
It did
Insufficient
go all the way through.
Vespine gas.
It's wasted.
Oh, because I killed him. Okay.
Goliath
yeah.
online.
So like the salary cap needs to be
I'm
more
eager
than
to
just
help.
something to
Perfect.
like force teams to pay players so
Go
little
ahead,
that
Tadon.
they need to write media. It
Channel
needs to
loaded.
also function as a salary cap is intended to.
Well, to
And,
do
like,
that, don't you really basically just have to rebuild the entire money system from scratch?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Do it.
I know, but that's a heck of an something to be
Don't
done
keep
about
me
it.
waiting.
Is it really though?
Calling online.
Like yes, it's a big undertaking,
Ready to roll
but is
out.
it really that big?
Destination?
I don't think so. I don't think it's that hard.
Absolutely. Destination? Absolutely. Orders, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Proceed.
I mean, this has been making money worthwhile is a thing. When it's not actual any money on the line, it's a really hard thing to make happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Systems functional.
Oh my gosh. Guardians.
Your forces are under attack.
Don't keep me waiting.
Did someone page me? On my way. I'm on the job.
I'm eager to help. Of course, my dear.
Okay. Oh, you're still over there. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so like the thing is, like, I don't think the salary cap has even worked in the first place because you still have people with a ton of money in the league. So like, if it hasn't accomplished that,
Orders received.
stop worrying so much about
Where
it.
does it
And
hurt?
like,
Need
I don't
medical
see any
attention?
problem with some people just
I'm
not
on the
being
job.
forced to ride
Did someone
media.
page
Like,
me? Stat.
it's fine.
Identify
You know,
target.
not everyone needs to write an
Where
article
does
every
it
season.
hurt?
Or
Yeah.
like several articles every
Base
season.
is under attack.
So stop treating it as a way of forcing people to make money
It's
with
showtime.
media and just
Goliath,
make it actually functional.
Achtung!
That's my
I'm eager to help. Need
I
something
forgot what the
destroyed.
question was in the first place.
I read you.
Oh
They were
yeah.
asking about expand.
What are your thoughts on heading into 14 teams? Right. Okay. So based on that, that was in response to what you were saying. I think there's going to be too many teams with rookies
Yeah.
starting. If you make the salary cap actually matter,
Goliath online.
then there's no issue with rookies starting because every team has some rookies in certain positions. Now,
Did
like,
someone page me?
you're probably going to
Don't keep me
prioritize your
waiting.
star wide receiver
Achtung!
and let your star linebacker go instead, which is fine. That means
I read
like
you.
you're gonna have some
Job's
teams with rookie receivers and
Mhm.
star linebackers, and some teams with rookie linebackers and
Insufficient
star
vesting
receivers. But then you
gas.
don't have like super teams anymore, which I think is perfect. You either have like competent teams, or you have you know, teams that are rebuilding.
Target.
I think that's how it should be, if you really
Yeah.
want variety.
Proceeding.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
How are you doing on resources, man? You gotta be like out at this point.
Out of what?
Destination.
Resources?
Orders, sir.
I won't lie. It's low.
Yeah.
Don't keep me waiting.
Destination. Yes, sir.
Channel open.
Destination. Identify target. Move it.
Orders, Captain.
So basically,
Identify target.
I'm gonna win because I'm waiting you out.
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
Destination. Move it.
Unless I inefficiently
Proceeding.
use my resources, which is kind of happening right now. You're killing a lot of my stuff.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Channel open. Confirmed.
Identify target.
Need medical attention?
Channel open.
Okay.
Systems functional.
Rude.
I am eager to help.
This is gonna be a rough one.
Destination. Proceed.
Channel open. Want to turn up the heat?
I read you. Right away, sir.
Orders, sir.
Where is my... Oh, did you destroy my Nidus? Oh, okay. Yeah, you did. Oh, well. On the same note, what would your expansion teams be if you could...
Oh, Ultralisk.
Identify target. Orders, sir.
Oh shit, they're already there?
Channel
So
open.
fast!
What, the Ultralisks?
Yeah.
You probably upgraded the speed on the Ultralisk Tavern, didn't you? Cavern, not Tavern.
Yes, sir. Orders, Captain.
I didn't.
I can't build there.
Well, they do move quick, so.
I read you.
Okay.
Not enough energy.
Oh,
This would be a
boy,
hell of a
this
nut to
is so
crack.
eager.
Achtung!
Channel open.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun to watch.
Or boring as hell.
Well, maybe not for other people. For me, it'll be fun.
Uh,
Yeah, where would you put an expansion team?
I've mentioned this before. Vladivostok Station, Antarctica.
Not enough energy.
I remember you talking about that.
'Cause that's
yeah.
just that just tickles my fancy.
Why are you doing the stuff over there? Oh, I guess because you want to see if I built. Okay. I think that for the sake of realism, you should probably have teams in the biggest cities in the United States.
I think the whole thing is
considering that
that's
we're in
I think
America.
that's over. That reason's overdone. This
I-
isn't
so
realistic.
I
None of us play
somewhat agree.
football for a living.
I somewhat agree. I do think though that like you can't ignore the highest population city in the whole
SCV good to
country.
go, sir.
Insufficient
in the
Vespine
whole-
gas.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
continent of North America. I could be wrong though. I don't know how big Mexico City is.
It's
But-
up there.
New York City is far and away the largest city in North America, or in the United States, and not having a city team there is pretty silly.
I honestly think that's a little overdone.
Commencing.
That's fair.
Goliath online.
I don't have a problem with us
Insufficient
having a team
Vespine
in like
gas.
London or Tijuana or anything,
Orders, Captain.
but like I still think there should be a New York team.
Orders received.
We have you on visual.
Comlink online.
I just think New York's overdone. Everyone does New York. I like it when it's
Yeah,
Everyone
worldwide,
does
and
New
it
York
doesn't.
for a reason though, because it's huge.
Goliath online.
I just think you shouldn't have to be held to that. I think you should be able to put your teams wherever the heck you want to, because it doesn't matter. You're not actually moving people to these places.
Yeah, that's true. Why are they? Oh.
Why or what?
I told my units to go there after they spawn.
Greetings,
That's why
Command.
they're going up there for no reason.
Affirmative, sir. Let's roll. Excellent. Yes, sir. Identify target. Absolutely. Proceeding. Delighted to, sir. Absolutely.
Oh no! Everything's terrible now.
I am eager to help.
Research
We
complete.
have you on visual. Let's roll.
Channel open.
Yes, sir.
Just need a couple more seconds.
No, not in a couple more seconds.
Yeah.
Need something destroyed? It's showtime. Jawohl.
What? Come on,
It's
closer.
showtime.
Destination.
Yeah, okay. So for the realistic one, I'd go with
Delighted
New
to,
York, but if
sir.
I'm choosing a non-realistic one, I'm gonna go with
Transmit
Grand Rapids,
orders. Yes, sir.
because
Receiving headquarters.
Comlink online.
like on the one hand, West Michigan is by far
Need
the most
something
beautiful place
destroyed?
I've ever seen.
Yes, sir.
On the other hand, I think it's like
Reporting for duty. Right away,
Yes,
sir.
it's got some of the
Need
worst
something
people ever.
destroyed? Perfect.
So,
Orders, sir. Proceeding.
Orders, Captain.
Orders, sir.
I read you.
Yes, sir.
I read you.
Identify target.
but
Destination.
can't kill it. What are you doing?
Your forces are under attack.
Transmit orders.
God, that 5 arm is so
Receiving headquarters.
ridiculous.
Affirmative, sir. Commencing. Affirmative, sir.
No!
Comlink online. Target designated.
We have you on visual.
There we go.
Greetings, Command. Commencing. Ready
Yeah,
to roll
that might be
out.
enough for you to pull this off.
Think so?
Why do you have so many devourers? And also, I don't like that I accidentally put the thing on it.
Orders, Captain.
That was nice of you.
Yeah, I was trying to put it either on mine or irradiate your guys, but them's the breaks.
Orders, sir.
Okay, yeah. So, growing up in West Michigan, like I know it's.
Ready to roll out.
I've
Yes,
never
sir.
seen a place
Delighted to,
anywhere else
sir.
that's as beautiful as the lake. I used to swim there literally every day growing up, and it's just
Your forces are
amazing.
under attack.
But oh man,
Destination. Delighted
awful
to,
people.
sir.
So,
Damn, Seagull.
Proceeding.
Reporting for
Okay.
duty.
Next question. Do you believe
Receiving
do you
headquarters.
believe the league should ever
Not enough
implement
energy.
compensatory
Valkyrie,
picks?
Not
prepare.
enough
Say
energy.
again, you broke up.
Do you believe the league should ever implement compensatory picks? Do you think
Receiving
compensatory
headquarters.
picks would lead to more players testing free agency? I don't think
Copy.
that
Anyone
would help.
visual?
Actually, I think that would make less people go to free agency because
You don't want to cost
when
the
you
team.
when you go to free agency, the idea is that you're trying to find a
Receiving
team with a better
headquarters.
chance of winning
Or be with your friends.
or be with your friends, right? And like so
Valkyrie,
either
prepare.
Base is
you
under attack.
hurt your friends or
Receiving
you
headquarters.
give yourself a
Not
lower chance of
enough
winning.
energy.
And it's going to go to free agency.
Affirmative.
We have you on visual. We have you on visual.
Cut that out.
So
We have you on visual. Let's roll.
Come irradiate
Excellent.
more of your guys.
Let's roll. Affirmative, sir. Let's roll.
Go ahead, TACOM. Acknowledge HQ.
Base is under attack.
what? No, go attack.
Transmit orders.
Pathfinding in this game is just not good.
Yeah, this is.
Base is under attack.
Yep, this will be it. Not gonna put people through that.
You already left. All right.
It's there's
Was
no
that your
point.
whole army?
Yeah,
Really?
I told you I didn't have a whole lot of resources.
Right.
1 second,
Well.
dog's getting up. I have to let him out again.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I don't. I mean, like on the one hand, it's an interesting idea because when a franchise player leaves, like it sucks, but that's part of sports, right?
I'm back.
So
He actually didn't have to go out. I only had to put him on his bed, and then he's laying down. So that one actually took us 40 minutes to play.
dang.
And we've gone through 3 questions. We are going to get so badly dinged on staying on topic and answering questions.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, this one's going to be...
Uh,
This, to let you guys know, this one's going to be over an hour, so... It will try to make it up for... I know it's maximum an hour, but... so it'll be over an hour in total length, I'm thinking. But an hour of it will be
Yeah.
on topic discussion, so...
Ooh, scenario. What was this?
those-
Probable?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's...
okay.
Yeah, there's funny ones, like we did the Zergling Roundup before.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. You gotta make sure you're on use map settings, or it's goofy.
Yeah.
So I think they should add compensatory picks because people are gonna leave to go be with their friends anyway, and you want the teams to at least, get something as opposed to nothing. Because as it is, I mean, look at Chicago for a while. They lost a lot of people for a lot of things, and then they were in a very, very bad place that we're only just now getting out of. And I think more compensatory pick. I think it's not going to affect the testing of free agency in any way whatsoever.
All right, new game's up. I mean, well, so one thing to that is like Chicago's not bad because of players leaving. Chicago's bad because the last GMs just decimated the team in every way. They traded.
There's some people have plans and it doesn't always work out. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, but they traded a bunch of first round picks in very good drafts for players that like fizzled out or like just left, which I guess is like part of your point, but
yeah, I mean, sometimes you can go with the plan is that you try to load up with veterans for one last push. If it doesn't work out, that puts you in a really bad spot if it doesn't.
yeah. I think it was just bad GMing, really.
Okay, now this is gonna be the weird thing.
You gonna join the
Uh,
game?
Yes, I am. The thing I have is everyone gives Jiggly so much crap. I will never give him crap. I will never give a GM crap for taking a plan. and
Jiggly
trying...
wasn't the GM.
Yes, he was. He was interim GM.
Oh no, the the team got ruined before that.
Oh, I just heard a lot of people reference to him.
Oh,
So-
yeah, no.
So
Thunderstone.
if that's the case, but I mean, a lot of people do say that.
I hunger for battle. Immediately. Your
How
vigilant.
in the hell does this game work? What?
Entrust me.
So
Oh, you just have to hit things once? Okay.
yeah, they do 8 damage, and these things have 7 health.
Notice that.
So everything attacks, and if you see things flying, you can touch them. So that's like touching the Overlord kills the stuff. I am
Okay.
going to ally and share vision with you in allied victory because there's no point to us being against each other.
Yeah.
Your command immediately.
I've never played this. I don't.
Command.
Yeah, this is an old classic one.
Do you just like sit there and control this guy and tell
Basically,
him to...
yeah.
Your vigilant.
Under diplomacy, you'll want to click with the little 2 hands. Click that and
Yeah.
check all 3 of those boxes.
Okay. 1, 2.
Executor. Your vigilant.
Alright.
Because I don't really feel we should attack each other.
Call stasis.
Transmit orders. Affirmative,
There we go.
sir.
Okay.
What would you ask of me? Juras.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Jiggly. It was the GMs before him
Command.
that just like traded all of the picks and got players that didn't want to stick around. So they
Okay.
left, and team had no picks, team had no players.
Executor, as you will. For Executor.
What do you think of the Ultimates having a different format, like a best out of 3 series, for example?
I think that's stupid.
I think
It's football. It's meant to be best of 1. If this was a baseball league, sure. This is football. It's best of 1. Win or go home.
I guess, yeah, like so the frustrating thing about NSFL, well, there are several frustrating things, but one of the frustrating things is that like once the season starts, you kind of know who's gonna win unless a big trade is made. I think the great thing about the playoffs is that once you're in, anything can happen, despite the percentages, and if you add more games, then that's gonna like mean the better team is gonna win the series more often, as opposed to the worst team winning a single game. Which is like, that should be true because of percentages, but like we don't play enough games for a random sample to have a distribution, a normal distribution along like the expected curve, right? So
Well, I get that.
yeah, so less games means more random outcomes, which I think that's what we want. So.
It's just rough for me. I can't quite get behind it. This-
No, I agree. That's yeah. I think we want it to be more random so that the worst team actually has hope. If you play a best of 7, like the worst team is not gonna have any hope.
yeah.
Be like
The bad teams
better
aren't,
teams.
yeah, the bad teams aren't going to win very often anyway, especially the way this sim is.
If you could recruit any one person in the world, living or dead, to the league, who would it be? Oh man, have to be a huge nerd.
Stephen Hawking. No, I mean with as smart as he is, you gotta just imagine the strategies that he can come up with.
Oh yeah, if you just like you make it so his chair can only connect to the internet, but only to the NSFL URL. You got a smartest guy, one of the smartest guys in the history of the world. All he can do is unscroll. Gotta be cranking out articles.
I read you. Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting.
I think you're gonna win.
I read you.
Well, you're not grabbing the unique items or
What
like
unique items?
this shuttle. If you run your arbiter up to it,
Oh, what?
it spawns stuff.
Oh, dang.
I've been yoinking them from you the entire time.
Yeah, I was like, why are you coming over here? Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Buddy, are you hungry? It's 8 o'clock. You got a whole another hour.
Starving your poor kitty.
Yeah. Feed him 4 times a day.
What about you? Who would you add in?
Man, you took the biggest nerd from me.
Well, there are other big nerds like Einstein or something.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I feel like these leagues thrive off of people that have like mental issues that aren't really good around the rest of the world. So they come there for an escape. Based on that, I'm gonna go with... Oh man, who was the guy? Oh, Alan Turing. That's what I would go with.
Who?
Alan Turing. He was the guy
Oh,
who...
okay. I didn't hear what you said.
Yeah. Huge nerd, 100%, and totally shunned by the rest of the world because he was gay. So...
Yeah, that's not cool.
No, it's not. Gives him an escape. Perfect. If any one position could break the 100 speed barrier just for fun, which position would you pick?
Kicker.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick like a receiver or a running back because that's the obvious boring answer.
Yeah.
So Stasis Field, let's go.
Oh boy, that was a close one.
As you will.
One second, let me switch the role on the questions.
I'd probably go with safety. Actually, you know what? Safety is already like a really good a position that's really easy to be good at. I think I'd go with cornerback.
Offensive lineman.
Offensive linemen don't need to be fast though.
Yes, but if you have one that's fast, think how awesome that would be.
Would be.
Oh, you took it from him, damn it.
Yeah.
I was hoping you weren't paying attention.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, cornerback. Because I feel like cornerback is a really inconsistent position, no matter how good you are. So I think it'd be good to actually reward the people that make good players at that position.
I was gonna say, silly answers aside, I don't think any team should have, any position should be 100 because it just feeds into the problem of the speed that's, what's the saying, speed kills.
Yeah.
And that leads to boring builds. Everyone just wants speed.
It definitely does. The frustrating thing too is that like you can't even say it's not realistic because, you know, like in hockey, speed kills. If you can get to the puck, if you can get into position, if you are out of position, or like if you can hold on to the puck and you're faster than everyone else, you can get a breakaway, and then, you know, like...
I don't know, you could have the whole Zdeno Chara type thing going on.
Well, he's a defenseman. He's not going to be scoring goals unless he's parked in front of it on a power play.
Yes, but speed isn't always a thing. Because if your defenseman's too slow, you have other problems. Brent Seabrook.
Oh man, he's so bad now.
Lieutenant Kerrigan reporting. Thinking the same thing.
It's a little ridiculous. In a pseudo-good way?
I mean, he got cups, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, he was doing really good, but this past couple seasons, he's fallen off a cliff. But then again,
he literally is one of the worst contracts in the entire league now.
Yeah, but he did get better in the sense that he's been, like, he had 2 surgeries.
Yeah.
So, hopefully that'll help him at least not be terrible.
I feel like at that point in your career, you're just trying to not fall apart.
Yeah. some people that say at the beginning of their career, it's real life trying not to fall apart.
Yeah, right.
It's a rough one for sure.
Okay. Your guys' opinion on pineapple on pizza? In my opinion, put whatever the fuck you want on pizza. I'll
Heresy.
eat pineapple on
As
pizza.
Chicagoan, heresy.
Oh my
for
gosh.
almost anything, but
I
like
bet you bitch about ketchup on hot dogs too.
I do. But pineapple on pizza is only good when you're doing the Hawaiian pizza. Any other mixture, just it doesn't work. And I mean, I have some weird likes. I for a period of time liked the combo of a stuffed pizza. So like the deep, like you know how Chicago's got that like
Yeah, deep dish.
Yeah. And it's weird because, at least for me, the mixture of things that you can throw.
Come here, kitty.
1 second, I gotta. The mixture of things you put on can be amazing. But you can also fall up with something bad. Like you said, the combo I found was really good. Go, 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 go.
Oh man, I tried to use my stasis field on you, but it wouldn't let me.
Well, that's probably because we're allied. I already tried stasis at you earlier.
Asshole.
But anyway, what I was saying is a surprisingly decent combination is on deep dish Chicago style deep dish, the stuffed pizza.
Yeah, I was born in
Pizza,
Illinois. I know.
Pepperoni and broccoli. It's weird, but
You have a problem with people who like pineapple, but you put fucking broccoli on pizza?
I thought it'd be weird, and it ended up being really good.
You're like... Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, what... I don't think there's anything comparable to that. That's like... You can't say heresy and then...
No, don't take it. It kills everything. Save it to when you're in trouble.
Okay. You can't say heresy to people liking pineapple.
I did put a caveat.
Broccoli.
It's like, I'm fine with pineapple if it's on a Hawaiian style pizza, because that's kind of like what it's designed for.
I hope somebody listens to this point, just so they can...
Well, we're still only 58 minutes in, so they're gonna get it right at the ending.
Oh gosh, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Does Muford know about this?
He's been there when I've made that pizza before. I wouldn't get a full pizza where it was like a personal pizza type style thing.
I would have a slice.
Well, yeah, usually the smallest one you get like 4 stuffed slices in it, so it's pretty nice because, especially because being from it, we're in Illinois, you know, Illinois pizza is easy as hell.
I mean, yeah, depending on where you get it.
I really feel that the broccoli cuts down on the grease. Does that make sense?
What's this? Radiate switches. Oh man. What's the best thing you're able to cook? Well, I actually really enjoy cooking, so there are a lot of options for me. I think the best thing I can cook is, it's either one of 2 things. I made some salmon last night that was actually just insanely good. So either that, or my steak that I make, just out of this world. I use a sous vide to make it, and it's I don't like steak, but I like it.
I hunger for battle, for ire. Your command?
Either salmon or steak for me. What about you?
We are vigilant.
Hello?
Sorry, the best thing I can cook is either hot dogs or macaroni and cheese.
Are you serious?
I don't cook.
Don't you work at a catering business?
I haven't worked there since February. It's been because of all this COVID stuff.
Yeah.
And even then, most of the time I'm just following recipes, so I'm not quite.
Gotcha. I mean, even then, though, right? You probably make like pasta or something there.
Yeah, so macaroni and cheese or something. Actually, no. Pasta not so much unless it's for an event. For the regular cafe service, it's like your normal sandwiches and shit.
Okay.
So it's really kind of like, I don't know. I'm not sure really how to describe it, but yeah, I'm not culinarily gifted. Heck, the one time I actually cooked and had fun with it, I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and she came over and instead of like ordering out, which we did a lot, because I just like, I wanted to show her affection, and for me, the easiest way to do that, besides like just being around her, would be like, here, let's order out. I thought of you, got you, a Subway sandwich or something.
Yep.
I know not everyone's like that. It's definitely one of the ways I would try to show affection.
Totally with you on that.
And it was, she helped, because I had no idea what I was doing. We made homemade macaroni and cheese. And it was, oh my god, it was amazing.
Did you have, oh no, seriously? You're talking about like from scratch, right? Not like box? Yeah.
Well, the noodles weren't made from scratch. Like, we weren't that.
Right, yeah.
But like the sauce was, we made a roux, which was pretty cool. And just kind of stuff like that, I thought was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, I'm a big old nerd and not good at food, so.
Oh, I didn't get my thing. There we go.
Yeah, irradiate, you should irradiate the biological and EMP wave the technological, because it erases their shields.
Oh. Been irradiating everything. So no.
We are under attack.
Oh god. No.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna make it. Got pretty low health.
What would you ask of me?
That was close.
As you will.
Why are the Grey Ducks the best team in the DSFL? I have no idea.
They're not. It's either Norfolk or Norfolk. I think that's the only DSFL team I've actually ever been on. What about you? Why do you think Grey Ducks are the best team?
I don't. Let's see. Who would I say? Oh, it's State College easily. That team was ridiculously good. Go back and look at the... Oh wait, you know what? I'm thinking PB instead of a DSFL. Ooh, in that case, it's Tijuana.
They're pretty good. I don't think they're the best.
The origin of the wall. The Legion of the Line.
Here come more guys.
Holy crap, there's so many.
Awaiting command. Kios.
Why is Myrtle Beach the worst? They're not. Myrtle
Uh,
Beach is the second best team, in my opinion.
There's some solid teams.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach was garbage for a long time before they became Myrtle Beach, and then two great GMs made them into a not shitty team, and I think they've been one of the better teams since. Did you put protection on that thing?
On accident, once
Oh
again.
my gosh. Trying to get me killed.
I mean, I did have my scout trying to attack.
Hurts, man.
Excellent.
I might actually lose this one. Favorite Pokemon? Oh my gosh. I don't
Psyduck.
know.
Immediately. No doubts about it. Psyduck.
I'm gonna lose.
Not enough energy.
Well, there's a upgrade right there for you to get.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be able to get it in time.
I win. Hell yeah! I am the master.
You did that
of,
on purpose.
What are you talking about?
Asshole. I haven't played Pokemon in so long. I'm not really into it anymore. I only really cared about it because of the video games anyway when I was little.
Which one? Oh, which Pokemon?
I guess.
70 actions per minute. You were at 43.
Yeah, I wasn't doing
think
much.
we'll finish off these questions. So,
Yeah.
to the grader, we're going a little bit longer. I still acknowledge I'm only expecting an hour's worth of pay, but we kind of got distracted mid game, so we're going to keep going to get more questions answered.
I don't know. I'll pass on the Pokemon one.
Nope,
Most
no
successful
passing,
Sim League player
no
I've
passing,
created.
no
You
passing.
Oh my gosh. All right. Blastoise. There you go.
Good job, best starter. You closed Starcraft?
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were just gonna finish these quick.
Oh, we can do that.
All right. So it depends when it comes to most successful. I think. No, actually, it's pretty cut and dry. I think Speedy Boy is my most successful one. Let me just go make sure I've got this right.
For me, my most successful is in the first league I was in. A player who originally started as a quarterback, didn't get drafted as a quarterback, went undrafted, became a wide receiver, got switched, at one point in time was a linebacker, a safety, a cornerback, went back to wide receiver, was a tight end for a little bit. So he was all over the place, and it was in Madden, and it ended up being because I think the progression or regression in that was a little bit later, so you had longer careers in general. While you're looking at this on the video, I'm going to pull up. I'm pulling up my login. I just had to hide the information for a second. I don't know if it's going to show or not. So this is some of that. If you can see it, or some of them. So from 2008, holy cow. Can't even zoom in really, but it's like you're all like you just take like I mentioned before, it was individual screenshots play. So this league I was part of for a very long time. It was a lot of fun, and I mean, if you have questions about it, feel free to ask. Buford would have some stories about it as well.
That's from 12 years ago. Holy crap.
Yeah. So favorite video game. Starcraft is up there. Original Diablo's up there. But my all-time that I would play, and it started why I like flight sims so much. It's called Air Duel or Dogfight because it's kind of like a dual titled thing. And let me see if I can find it.
You should talk to a guy named Off. He's in Czechia on SHL, and he does. It's like a World War II bomber game.
Well,
I
let
remember.
me pull up the intro so people can see it. Go. And I have it saved because I'm a big nerd. I watch it every now and then.
He's super into everything that has to do with like fights and that sort of stuff.
But yeah, the
He
best
goes
part
to
about this game, even though it was
airplane
old as
museums.
hell, was like it lets you do what if. So it's like you could take a World War I biplane and match it against a modern jet, and it was so much fun. So you're on the Left 4 Dead series.
I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, it's a really good series. It's like one of the best zombie sort of arcade games out there.
Yeah. It's great because it's enjoyable.
You don't really have to pay
Like,
attention after you learn how to play it either. You can just
sort of, yeah.
play it with your friends, and it's just mass shooting zombies. I don't know. What
Yeah,
else could you
it's a
want?
really simple game.
Yeah, and
It's like a perfect drop in, drop out without being actually drop in, drop out.
right, yeah, I think it's really cool. You can like, I mean, the AI is obviously not great, but you can just jump into a game by yourself and have people join or leave seamlessly.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah, it's really good. I remember it coming out when I was in middle school, and I was like, "Damn,
Oh
this is
God, you're
amazing."
old as hell. Or you're young as hell.
Yeah, I am.
God, I was already, I think, in high school when that came out. Let me check. Well, Left 4 Dead 2 was 2009. First one was. Okay, 2008. So I was out of high school already. But nothing quite. Even though there are other games that are good, nothing quite gets it right in the sense that, like, the first time you startle a witch and you try to run away,
Oh man,
and you're
that's
going,
horrifying.
"Oh dear God!" And in the second level, I think it's
Yeah.
the sugar plantation where they're freaking everywhere. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was playing with my buddy. He was like, "Don't go near there. Walk slowly." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "What's the
And for
problem?"
the
And
love
you
of
know, like,
God, don't shine your light on her.
yeah, right. But then, like, you know, you're a kid. You're messing with your friend. You're like, "Why? What's the problem? What's gonna happen?" Then you shoot at it, and then everyone dies.
Yeah. Or
It's great.
the first time, not one tank but two tanks show up, and
Yeah.
not even at like the final boss section where there's like mounted weapons. The director just says, "You know what? Fuck you guys. You're doing too well. Two tanks."
Yep.
Ugh. That's why it is Left 4 Dead is in the docket. We're trying to get it so everyone's there to play, because two people is okay. If you can have three, or if God forbid we can get a fourth person to jump in for the
Yeah. We
podcast
should
and do
find a
this.
fourth. There's got to be someone out
I
there.
know. I've asked Blast. I've asked
He
a
doesn't
couple
have
other people.
he doesn't have a Windows computer. He has a Mac.
Yeah. So Fisher Price, my first PC. So I'm trying to find someone. If you guys are interested, feel free to leave a comment in the questions section. And then final question for Cal: who is your favorite grader? Did I ask that already?
No. Lim Jahe, he's the guy who asked the question. He grades the most submissions out of all the graders by a wide margin. So, yeah, he's my favorite for sure.
Okay. Now, as someone who's been in the league for a while and has somewhat of a position of power, is it technically tampering if I say, "Come to Chicago," even though even though I have no power whatsoever?
Yes.
Then I strike that last bit from the record.
It was a theoretical. It's fine. I don't think it's fine. Whatever though.
I will say, like I've mentioned before, I think the tampering rules are just they're useful in some aspects, but they're ridiculously strict in others. Which is why I think going
Yeah.
back to one of the first questions about compensatory picks, I think if we do that, you can lessen the tampering a bit because sometimes people are just like maybe not so much for me because I'm not very active on the forums, but like when I was active, and these are guys that people that I've talked with, or a couple of them I played with in leagues before, not many, but like if I happen to see someone who was in the leagues that I used to be in, of course I'm going to want to play with them. I know what they bring to the table. I know they're going to be good players. Why would
Yeah.
I
Well,
not want to say like, "Hey, dude, why not try to come here? We'll try to like get that connection going like we used to have."
right.
And
The
I
so
think compensatory picks would help lessen that.
I think it would. Um, the other thing is like I've been tampered in every league that I've been in so far. So like, clearly the rules don't work, and
Yeah.
I'm
It's
not
right up
gonna
it's
I'm not
right
gonna
up
rat
there.
people out. So
Yeah.
whatever.
It's right up there for me. Like it irritates the hell out of me, and I'm glad Meefer's not here because he would rip me for this. I freaking hate the NBA, the way the NBA does free agency. It's like a week long legal tampering period that you can't sign during.
Yeah.
It's so freaking stupid. There's also issues with their cap. I prefer just a flat hard cap like the NFL where it's like, this is your money. Do with it what you will. NFL's a little different. It used to be like hard. Now you got like some of these like likely to be earned bonuses, unlikely to be earned bonuses. You can like amortate they're like spread the bonuses over a certain amount of years and stuff. So that's always a little weird. Like obviously I don't work for a professional sports team. I'm not, you know, completely up to date in the ways of all cap things, but it just seems to me that the NBA is doing something really weird with that. The numbers don't quite work in the sense that, like, yes, they work in that they're making money, good on them.
Yeah.
But from someone who's a very casual NBA follower, it is probably my least favorite of the big four. It's just a matter of like I look at it and I'm like, and that's even with the stuff they do good. I in theory, I like the bird right thing, the bird rights situation where it's like, okay, you were with the team for so long, you can sign, get only counted however much, but still make more money. I think other sports could adopt that and it'd be really great.
I don't like that though
It's
because
all
that
the
like
other stuff
kind of
that
ruins the point of the salary cap, doesn't it?
kind of, but it helps protect your homegrown stuff, which I am all for. How many times has
Yeah.
whatever team you followed lost out on someone because they couldn't quite fit it in?
That's a good point, I guess. Yeah.
Uh, and that God knows the Blackhawks needed. But that's a separate thing entirely. But the other thing I don't like is the fact that it's like you got your maxes, you got your super maxes. You have people signing super maxes and then opting out after 1 year to get a new super max. Seriously, the cap's going up. You can build that into the original contract. It just seems weird to me, which also I guess ties into how the NBA tampering without tampering has created just super teams. Now I know
Yeah.
the Bulls have not been good. This is nothing to them, but the past, I don't know, 10 years or so. Let's be honest. The winner of the NBA over the last 10 years has been
It's Golden State or LeBron,
yeah.
right?
Toronto did one.
Oh, they did win one?
Yeah, the Toronto won one.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, the NBA is
basically,
not exciting to watch unless
it,
you're watching two teams that are like not Golden State or LeBron's team, or it's Golden State versus LeBron's team,
for the
or
most
the
part,
playoffs.
I would agree. But I'm even talking before the playoffs. I mean, 82 games is a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, and you have other things going on. People don't like or not tampering, tanking and stuff. And I'm like, that's why. That's part of the reason why, if it ever gets brought up, I will always be against a draft lottery. I think it's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous.
The thing is, like, nobody in organization will tank except for the GM. The coach doesn't tank. The players don't tank. The
1
athletic
second, gotta
trainers
let the
don't
dogs out.
tank. Okay.
Keep going. I will
Yeah.
listen to this afterwards.
Okay.
But
It's like it's the only person that's gonna tank is the GM, and that's only gonna be with the okay of ownership, because the GM is trying to win like everybody else to make sure they keep their job because revenue, right? So like it tanking isn't really a problem in my opinion. So
yeah,
I think the idea of a draft lottery just
it
is
flies.
silly
It
because
flies in the face to me of this is the point of
the whole point of
if
having
you're
a
bad
draft in general for parity.
is bad teams to get better.
Yeah, like the Red Wings are far and away. They had one of the worst seasons in the history of the NHL this year. And now instead of drafting first overall and getting a franchise changing player,
They dropped
they're
down like
drafting
third or fourth,
fourth.
right?
Yeah. And like I could live with top 3. Second would be good. First is ideal, obviously, but fourth is just ludicrous. And the fact that the first overall pick is going to go to a team that's essentially in the playoffs right now is just a joke, really. So like that's obviously worst case scenario. It's not usually going to happen, but
Start of pots. We'll keep because visually it's boring for me, or because I just look at my desktop. So we'll jump a game of hots while we keep
well,
discussing.
that's the last question, right?
Well, the questions have been answered. I figured we're gonna go for another 20 minutes talking about other sports related things. Maybe
Well, I was
less.
just gonna say I have to go take care of something.
Well,
So
okay. Well, I'll make one last point. Can you give me 8 more minutes to make it an even hour and a half?
yeah, I guess.
Okay. Just because then it's a little bit easier to cut up and stuff.
Yeah.
Specifically, so I don't like draft lotteries. Moving up or down, I think it's just stupid. It should just be reverse order of record.
Hmm.
And I mean,
Isn't that how the NFL does it?
and everyone's like, well, the draft lottery prevents tanking. In a sense, they're right in that the bottom teams won't keep tanking, but you expand that because if you're not going to make the playoffs, but it's based on order, okay, you're kind of in that middle area. If you have a draft lottery and you know you're not going to make the playoffs, well, fuck it. I'm going to throw games and try to get into that top 3 roll, ping pong ball.
Hmm.
It pushes. It seems to push the tanking from the lowest teams to the teams just above the lowest teams.
Right. Yeah.
The
Like
lowest teams
so.
aren't affected in any way whatsoever, other than they may just get screwed over. I mean,
That's
look at
the
look at
big
the
issue is that like the Red Wings were bad, and they were going to be bad no matter what, even if they got the first overall pick. But now
mm-hmm.
you've
Now they're going
given
to be
it
bad for
to
another extra year or two.
at least, and you've given that really good player to a team that was much better than them. Not only
Yeah,
are they shitty,
who were in
but
the
another team that was already good is becoming better, and that is the real
yeah,
problem.
even better. They're going to be a team that was in the playoffs. I don't care what the NHL says. The play-in round is the playoffs. Win
Oh
or
yeah,
go home. It's the playoffs.
if you're playing, yeah, if you're playing a win or go home series, it's the playoffs.
Yeah. So like Chicago,
Oh,
they're the
and the playoff statistics, the play-in statistics, I should
count
say,
towards that. Yeah,
are being recorded as playoff statistics.
I know it's ridiculous.
So it's like
It's ridiculous.
they're not
So
even trying to say it's not the playoffs now.
now they're not, but at the beginning they're like, oh, it won't be the playoffs, and I'm like, it is.
It's the playoffs.
Yeah. So, like, there's the Hawks get in at the lowest seed. If they win, well, what do you know? They have a chance to move on because all they have to do is get a hot goaltender, and you can make a run. If
Hmm.
they lose, they have something like a 12.5% chance at the first draft pick for a team that was on the cusp already.
Yeah, 12 and a half.
You
Can
can't
you
tell me that's a
imagine?
little off, don't you think?
You still have Taves, you still have Kane, you've got Kubalik, you've got DeBrincat, you've got Strome, and you've got
Mhm.
Sod. And Alex Nylander, who's not like great, but he's good. And you've got Kirby
Yeah.
Doc. Like that's
Yeah.
a good
Or
set of forwards. And then you just
let's
add
throw
Lafreniere on that.
yeah,
It'd be ridiculous.
let's throw it to the other way. And this is specifically from the Chicago Edmonton angle because I'm not necessarily up on the rest of the NHL. I kind of follow my team.
Yeah.
But You've got McDavid. You've got
Draisaitl.
Draisaitl. Okay.
Yep.
And those are some pretty good guys, and they have some other very good offensive talent.
Draisaitl won the scoring race this season with the most
And
points.
you're gonna add a number 1 pick to them. Now, to people who semi-follow the NHL, yes, it's Edmonton. Yes, they can screw this up in any number of ways. But you're still giving them a lottery ticket when they
that's
didn't really deserve it. I mean,
it's ridiculous.
yeah. And even then, the NFL's goofing up too. There's 7 teams in the playoffs now. What
7
was
teams?
wrong? Yeah.
Why an
plays
uneven number?
2 places, or 1 gets a bye. 2 plays 7. 3 plays 6. 4 plays 5.
I hate having a bye.
And then the lowest seed will play the 1, and then the other 2 winners play each other.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Why is it so hard to just stick with the power of 2?
I don't know.
What is it? 16. That's a great number for a bracket.
How many teams are in the NFL?
32.
Yeah. 16? That's half of the teams.
It's used to, it used to be 6 seeds each. It used to be 12. But
okay.
It used to be 12, but you had 2 buys, so it still broke down nicely. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
Your first 2 seeds got buys. Your 1 seed would play the winner of the would play the lower seeded winner, and your 2 seed would play the higher ranked winner. I won't say actual seeds because I think it was redone after the round.
Yeah, you reseed each round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's each round. It might have just been the first round.
Oh, okay.
But then again, it's only technically a 3-round tournament.
3 rounds, right?
Wild card division, 4 rounds.
4 rounds, yeah.
Wild card, divisional, conference.
Even that's
Super
so
Bowl.
much though. Like 4 rounds to win for football, not for hockey. Like I guess even for hockey that's a lot, but like
difference is it's 4 games at most.
Yeah, but like
hockey,
four games for a football team that's already playing a huge season is
true. It shows the depth.
A lot. Yeah.
Versus in NHL or NBA, not so much
Power
baseball. It's that and the fact that every series is a best of 7, which I will admit threw me off when I was looking through history, and I'm like, why is the first round? It used to be best of 5, which just seems weird to me when everything else is best of 7.
Yeah, that is weird.
Get your shit together. Same goes to you, baseball. Not only for playoffs, just get your shit together.
I don't like baseball's playoff system at all.
Yeah, it's wild card game, wild card series.
Yeah.
Then you have your divisional champion, DCS, LCS, World Series. Yeah, but I was more saying get it together, baseball, so we don't have to hear about how they're bitching at each other for everything.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I think training camp for the NHL is supposed to start on Monday, and then so it'll be 2 weeks. Are they gonna start on the 1st of August? I don't know. Hockey's coming up soon though, so you have something to watch.
If they get their stuff together. With numbers going up, it may be delayed.
Well, they're gonna do the 2 hub cities are in Canada, where numbers aren't going up nearly as much as America. So
that's one saving grace to it.
Yeah. So good job, Canada.
Yeah.
You didn't act like idiots like America
and
pretend the virus didn't exist.
Oh boy, I don't want to say anything about that because this is a league podcast about sports. Yeah. Let's stay away from politics. Even though I feel strongly about the
here's a question though: is it really politics to say that COVID-19 exists?
I don't think so.
It shouldn't be.
There are some who disagree with me.
That's fair.
I think those people are
be.
idiots.
Yeah.
It's here. People are dying because you're playing games.
135,000 people.
That's all I'm going to say about it because I know I don't want to start anything not league related. Yeah. At least the other things that weren't league related, they were sports related or questions asked of us. So.
Yep.
So
what are we at time wise?
Just hit 1:30.
All right.
So
well, that's
I give you as we go out The derp cat.
Derp cat.
Stare at it. Stare at it.
Love it.
Thanks for listening.
Bye bye.